Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is, of course, Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for listening to the 25th lesson in my Pokedex lecture series. I'm so glad that you've made it this far because, guys, this is when it really starts to get exciting, and it's all starting with Pokemon number 25. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I shouldn't jump into that. I need to, of course, introduce my wonderful teaching assistant who is always there, a shining beacon of, what really, students should strive not to be. So if you could just steer away from the stuff that Mr. Curtis does, I think you'll be pretty golden.
Yikes.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Professor. That was
everybody needs a guiding light, and yours tells everybody turn the opposite direction.
I guess I'm like the I always thought of myself as like a lighthouse.
Yeah,
and,
you're like an inverse lighthouse
because
would be
the lighthouse sits on top of the rocks and tells the ships to swim away. So
ships
you know what?
Don't
I feel
swim.
like I'm the lighthouse of the classroom, and I appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. And what would a classroom be without a student? And the student that we have here today is, let me just go ahead and check the attendance sheet. Corbin? Corbin. Okay, sorry. Yes, Corbin is apparently joining us today. So thank you so much, Corbin, for being here.
Wait, do you not know how to spell my name? I've been in here for what, 25 weeks now, and you're looking at that call sheet. It's 25 lessons, 25 weeks, right? So you're looking at that, and you mean to tell me you don't know how to spell. How did you think my name was spelled?
I don't really remember. You've been here 25 times, really?
Yeah, 25 weeks.
Man. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, I'm in charge of keeping track of the attendance record, so Professor doesn't
have
have very much opportunity to learn your name.
He's got a lot of Pokemon names to learn. He can't focus on reading his students' names. I'm sorry, student name.
Okay, but like I said, today is a very special episode. We're talking about Pokemon number 25, so we should get right into it. Do either of you guys know what Pokemon that is?
Oh my God, do I?
Yes.
Lickitung, baby!
Woo! Last time.
No,
it's definitely more Pecco.
Lickitung.
That lightning mouse Pokemon.
True, and that is a lightning mouse. Well, I guess it's more technically the mouse Pokemon. That's its category if you want to get specific about it. But it's not Morpeko. It's not Pachirisu. It's not Minun or Plusle. But it is one of those. Take another guess.
It's definitely what is it called?
Okay, you guys are completely wrong. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It is Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. Yes. Now.
Oh my God!
I'm sure everybody has seen Pikachu. For some reason, it's kind of become really like the unofficial mascot of our entire world. Like, you see Pikachu iconography everywhere, right? But so I know you guys have seen a Pikachu before, like you've seen the iconography, but it's very rare to actually see them in person because they're actually very scarce and they don't like to be around humans, which is talked about in the Pokedex entries. But luckily for you, I am a wonderful professor and I was able to secure one from
yes, that's very true.
Yes,
the best professor, you might say.
All right, settle down, kiss ass. Stop it.
And I was able to secure one from Professor Oak, so I'm going to throw him out right now and let you take a look at him.
Pikachu?
Whoa! Okay.
Yeah,
this is the second Pikachu I've maybe seen in my entire life, and the first one I was like 2, and I don't really remember it, so
I know,
I guess this is kind of my first. I don't know. I don't really count that. But this is... Whoa! Holy shit! They're so much smaller than I thought.
Yeah, and there's crazy. A lot of drawings of them that makes them look really chunky, but actually, they aren't that chunky at all. Excuse me, sir. This is sorry, we're in an ongoing lesson at the moment, so
prepare for trouble, nerds. I'm here for that Pikachu right there.
No, thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I think you have the
wrong
classroom.
You must be in the wrong classroom because this is my Pikachu, and well, you can't take him.
Oh no! Your Pikachu is gonna be my Pikachu because Team Rocket went send me on the wrong one. No, this is the right place. I'm at the right place, and you got the right Pikachu, and I need that Pikachu. I want that Pikachu.
What?
I mean,
You're just gonna let him have it? No! If you had given me a Pokemon in the last 25 weeks, I could have defended. I could defend this. I could stop him. Let me fight him.
Hey,
let me fight him.
Corbin,
Let me do it.
shh.
What?
Let him take it. I think you may notice he's not wearing rubber gloves. I think he might get a shocking realization here pretty soon.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step over here.
Sure,
in the
buddy.
corner,
Take him.
actually.
See what happens.
Oh, wow, this is way easier than I thought. Oh, okay, all right. Come over here, little buddy.
That's rough. Is that not what you expected to happen? Did you not know that Pikachu's use lightning bolts as their primary form of defense?
No! Who knows that?
Everyone.
Have you? Okay, well let me simplify the question. Have you ever read a Pokédex entry?
What's a Pokédex?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
oh goodness! Here, all right.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Get him out.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Pikachu back into his Pokeball. Now, if sir, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. What was your name, Mr. Team Rocket Man, sir?
Oh, my name is Team Rocket Grunt Ryan. I have to say my job title. You know, that's the deal here.
Okay, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt Ryan. Would you maybe you would enjoy sitting down in the classroom and taking a load off and maybe learning a thing or two about Pikachus and
Yep.
What?
Oh no. Actually, Ryan, that's my seat. You're gonna need to move over to the other
You
side of the
stand the
classroom.
whole
right
time.
over there. There's an open spot like in front of Corbin.
All right, fine. Sure.
Should
fine.
we really let this guy? He just tried to steal your Pokemon. Should we really let him sit down? Huh?
Okay. And here's a copy of your syllabus,
thank you.
Ryan.
Thank you so much.
You did miss the first 24 classes, but that's okay. I do hold review lessons
What?
every
You do?
week in the library.
we have a library.
Yeah, nobody tends to come to them, but I always hope, and I'm there, so gives me time to organize all and help grade all of the paperwork. For the class,
This is okay. So this guy just tried to commit a robbery, and we're just gonna let him sit here. We're just gonna let him sit in front of me, huh?
Please.
Just let this guy front and center.
Please, I tried committing theft.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
Sorry.
he didn't really try to hurt any of us.
That's right.
I guess
It wasn't really robbery. It was theft though, which I mean, it's a different crime, but it is still a crime. But
I don't know. I think we should call.
No,
think we should call
Corbin,
Officer Jenny. I don't trust them.
information
wanna
is
do that.
not for any specific individual. Everybody has a right to information, and this poor soul, this poor Team Rocket Grunt has never even heard of a Pokédex before. I would not be doing my duty as a Pokemon professor if I did not let him at least sit in on this class and learn a little bit about the Pokemon that he's so rudely tried to thieve from us.
Clap.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis.
What a high esteem we should all subscribe to. And Ryan, I am gonna need you to sign this waiver here in just a moment.
okay.
This just absolves us of any liability should you.
Oh,
get
well,
hurt,
yeah, no, I get
in the
that. I
process of
understand.
this
Yeah,
class.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great.
Man, we
thank
probably
you.
should have had
Gonna
you
get
sign
that
that just
filed
like
away.
a little bit before the Pikachu shocked you, but
Wait. I have never signed anything. Do I get one too, Mr. Curtis?
No, your mother signed that for me. She in a sense sold your soul to the class. So.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I guess you're right. I guess everyone deserves the right to learn, but he can't take this Pikachu afterwards. This is yours. It's your Pikachu. You can't just be stealing shit.
I mean, why would you want to take a Pikachu? It's obviously the inferior type. Bug is the far superior
with the bug type
Pokemon type here.
No.
And
all right, I'm gonna cut you off before you go
electric
any
types
further
are just unstable and dangerous.
down this bug type tirade. Let's move back into a normal class. Now we have a new classmate here, and that's great. I'm always looking for new classmates. But so before we really get into the Pokédex entries, while in the time that Pikachu was out, is there anything like striking about the Pikachu that you really wanna talk about? You want to discuss right now?
I mean, it's a very yellow creature, and it's got those really cute, like, red cheeks. I mean, you just want to, like, pinch them,
Yeah, that is a very astute observation. Oh man, Ryan, you are already a better student than Corbin, but don't tell him I said that.
what the fuck?
Don't tell him
Come
I
on
said
now.
that.
Oh my! At least I don't smell like burnt toast. Boom! Got him.
Hey,
Oh,
nobody
ow.
likes. Hey, Jealousy is
Corbin,
not a good
stop
color
disrupting
on
the
you.
class.
But
Okay.
you are exactly right.
Turd.
He is a turd, isn't he? But no, Pikachu is, yes, he is very strikingly yellow, and he does have red little cheeks. Those are actually sacs that he, according to the Pokedex entries, stores the electricity in. So I would be very, very careful, pinching them and pulling on them. But yes, very good observations. Anything else?
Black-tipped ears.
Yes, black-tipped ears and a yellow tail. So that's pretty... Pikachu is a pretty, I would say a simple kind of looking Pokemon. Not too many bells and whistles, but we'll
Kind of like Mr. Curtis. He's very simple looking, too.
All simple Curtis.
I'm a simple man with simple tastes.
Sure.
But yeah, I think we'll learn that there's a lot under the hood of your average Pikachu. So I think without any further ado, we should just go ahead and jump right into the Pokedex entries. And what better place to start than the good old Kanto region? All right, and listen, Ryan, I know this is your first class, but please feel free to ask any questions, comment on any observations that you have. This is a classroom. We're all here to learn.
Okay, we'll do.
Alright, so let's go ahead and start in the Kanto region. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity could build and cause lightning storms.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Whoa.
yes.
How many?
Not specified. It says several.
I guess more than it takes 2 to cause a storm. What the fuck?
I feel like several kind of makes me think of 3 at least. Right?
Okay, it still seems like a
three,
lot.
3 to 4 at least.
If you had like 30 of them, you could like cause a natural disaster.
True.
Just like a never-ending lightning storm of chaos.
Wow, I guess so. This is okay. I mean, normally we wouldn't, discuss how to, cause natural disasters in the classroom, but I suppose yes, that you could do that.
You're giving this grunt ideas, okay?
Have you
That's the
seen
problem.
some of the other evil teams? That's their game. That's what they love doing. Me, I just steal Pokemon. We make money.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I do have a question for you. So you steal Pokemon. So
Yes.
step 1, steal Pokemon. Step 2,
Yeah.
question mark. Step 3, profit.
You know human trafficking?
I am very aware of that. Yes, actually. I see your point.
Well, there's a market for Pokemon trafficking. Some Pokemon are considered invasive species, and we want to invade areas with those Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Send them in there.
And then I suppose
We're the root cause of like a lot of bad stuff happening.
Oh, that's good.
And
You should admit it.
And now, do you do that just for the hell of it, or?
Trust, I'm just a part of the process. I don't know what like Giovanni gets out of this or anything.
You're not
I'm
the
the victim
ideas
here.
guy.
No. I just do stuff.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on
Listen,
reading these Pokedex.
Ryan's a simple man. He sees a Pikachu, he takes a Pikachu.
Get shocked by it. It happens every time.
How many
Shocked by
Pikachus have you
Pikachu.
tried to rob or steal?
And you still don't know that it's gonna happen again?
It's the one time it got really bad. It like used thunder on me. I didn't wake up for like 3 days.
It must also cause memory loss.
I'm assuming they pronounced you dead.
For a minute there.
All right. Sorry. Listen. There's a lot of Pokedex entries for Pikachu. I should keep on reading. It keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. All right, so let's go ahead. We have one more Pokedex entry here from the Kanto region. It lives in forests away from people. It stores electricity in its cheeks for zapping an enemy if it is attacked.
I know how that feels. It just happened earlier.
Many times. You have severe nerve damage. You don't wear anything when it's
I
snowing
don't
outside.
feel my hands anymore.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, wait, let me let me get a peep at those hands. Oh.
Here you go.
Oh my goodness. They're practically bone.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
skin is falling
My
off.
life is an excruciating pain.
Whatever your compensation is, it probably should be doubled.
Yeah.
You don't get paid enough for this, man.
Oh, we don't get comp.
Wait,
Oh, well, that's... Well, shit, okay.
he's in it for the love of the game. Okay, so that last Pokedex entry, it gave us one of the first like uses of Pikachu's electricity. Now, of course, we saw that already, but it says I want to like restate this. It stores electricity in its cheeks for zapping an enemy if it is attacked. So it uses that electricity for defense. But we'll come to see that there's a lot more uses for this electricity. Alright, so in the Johto region, the first Pokedex entry says, this intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. So when it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in its cheek. And then one last one here, it's very similar to the first one that I read. This intelligent Pokemon roasts hard berries with its electricity to make them tender enough to eat. Now, Ryan, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt Ryan, you don't know this because, of course, you've never seen a Pokedex entry before in your life.
Nope.
But the Hoenn region comes to us from Professor Birch over in the Hoenn region, and boy, does this man cook up some wild Pokedex entries. So,
all right, hit him.
Yeah, let's see what he has for us today.
Yeah, he's wild. He's been sniffing some shroomish. Let's just say that he's wild.
That's right.
Whenever Pikachu comes across something new, it blasts it with a jolt of electricity. If you come across a blackened berry, it's evidence that this Pokemon mistook the intensity of its charge.
Oh, so it doesn't have like full control. It could just like discharge everything.
Yeah.
At random sometimes.
It's like, oh, a new rock.
Like, okay, so like if you have a pet Pikachu and you want to get something for Christmas, you throw a ball its way. Does it just blow up the ball? Like, does it just go ooh and just shock it?
Oh, this
like,
is new.
like everything new in front of it.
Yeah,
like,
listen. According to Professor Birch, who has had a lot of experience with Pokemon, it seems to be that whenever a Pikachu sees something new, it shocks it. Although I would probably say it doesn't shock every rock, but maybe the first rock that it ever saw, it would maybe shock that one.
Oh God, what is that?
And I also like how this Pokédex entry says, if you come across a blackened berry, it's evidence that this Pokemon mistook the intensity of its charge. There is absolutely no other reason that you would come across a blackened berry.
What if it's a blackberry?
Nope, no. Well, there's a difference between blackened and just being black.
Well, are you a botanist? Not really. So
Damn
what
it,
do you
he's
know?
got me there. I am not a botanist.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
All right, let me move on to this next Pokédex entry here from the Hoenn region. This Pokemon has electricity storing pouches in its cheeks. It doesn't explain how it does it. It just says it has them. These appear... I hate it when they appear... these appear to become electrically charged during the night
Are you good?
while Pikachu sleeps. Yeah, I mean, you could check that one out, couldn't you, Professor Birch? You could, like, I don't know, guarantee it, maybe? Not just say, oh, it appears.
It appears that they charged.
Yeah. But no, according to Professor Birch, these appear to become electrically charged during the night while Pikachu sleeps. It occasionally discharges the electricity when it's dozy after waking up.
More evidence that Pikachu doesn't have full control over its electrical discharge.
Yeah. No
Too
kidding.
much power for that little body to handle.
Listen, I'll take a venomized bite from a Spinarak any day.
Ryan, he has a colony at home of Spinarax and apparently genetically modified Ariadoses. It's just it's an
Oh, well,
obsession,
that
really.
sounds awful.
Yeah, don't go to his house.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, don't go to his house. Probably don't look into his backpack. Or really get anywhere near him, I think would probably be a good idea.
Noted.
Bug types are the best type, as I've already spoken about, and I will make the most genetically pure and super Spinarak that the region has ever seen.
So another one here from the Hoenn region. You see, I told you there was a lot of Pikachu entries in the Pokedex. Professor Birch actually wrote more than just 2 this time. So here's another one from him. It stores electricity in the electric sacs on its cheeks. When it releases pent-up energy in a burst, the electric power is equal to a lightning bolt.
Wow.
Can you confirm or deny that statement there, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, I'd say it's about the equivalent of getting hit by lightning.
Have you been hit by lightning before? Can you compare this?
I mean, being shocked by enough Pikachus kind of, I think I can assume at this point.
Okay.
It's amazing. I mean, like, the chances of living through a lightning ball is pretty rare, but you seem to do it every time.
It's a living.
But it's not, because they don't pay you.
I didn't say it was a good living.
That's right.
All right, so that does it for the Hoenn region. It's time to move on to the Sinnoh region. It lives in forests with others. I assume the others here is referring to other Pikachu and not just other people that, it's chilling with.
You see, the Sinnoh ones, they're very more open and out and about, The Kanto ones are very private people.
Listen, hey, we do it right here in the Kanto region. Is Sinnoh region? I don't know. Listen, I don't know, okay?
It's Party City over there.
Yeah, their Pokédex entries are kind of like, they're up to the user to kind of interpret however they want. So yeah, it lives in forest with others, in parentheses, Pikachu's probably. It's
Maybe Mr. Mime, you never know.
Maybe Mr. Mime, hey, who knows? It stores electricity in the pouches on its cheeks. Another one here says, if it loses crackling power from the electrical pouches on its cheeks, it is being wary. If it loses crackling power from electrical pouches on its cheek, it is being wary. All right? Basically, that's another, it's being wary. It's a little bit cautious, so it's losing the power from its cheeks. All right?
Oh, that's what those warning signs were meant to convey. Okay. I get
You'd think you'd learn by now, but I guess not.
It took 25 times, I guess.
25? You've done this. Where were you even finding these Pikachus?
I have really good luck, apparently.
Yeah, I'd say.
He's the luckiest and unluckiest grunt in the world.
I'm good at finding them.
But
not good at catching them.
Basically, Team Rocket. So listen, I have a little bit of insight on the goings on in Team Rocket. Don't ask how, but I do know that this first mission of getting a Pikachu is one that they generally like. It's kind of like a joke mission because Pikachus are so rare. It's very unlikely that they'll even find one. But I guess that joke was kind of lost on you, and they realized that, hey man, this dude can find a bunch of Pikachus. Let's just keep sending him on this journey. So there's some more here from the Sinnoh region. It occasionally uses an electric shock to recharge a fellow Pikachu that is in a weakened state.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so apparently Pikachus can be healed with a lightning shock. So I remember we were talking before if Pikachu does or doesn't feel electricity. It does, apparently, but it kind of has the opposite effect that it does on us.
That's badass. So, if you have a Pikachu, if you have one Pikachu and it faints, and you don't have another Pikachu around, I could just whip out a taser, tase the shit out of it, and then it'll just save money on potions. Right?
I mean, going off of the information that I've been given in these Pokédex entries, I would have to say yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's not technically abuse, so that works.
Very much like
So,
batteries.
What?
You charge your battery. When your phone dies, you charge that shit.
Oh.
So you do the same thing with the Pikachu.
I
Throw two of them together.
Luckily for us, the Alola region does have some Pokédex entries. I will say the Alola region normally has some pretty spot-on Pokédex entries, but I guess the guy who normally writes them was taking a day off on this one because the first one goes, a plan was recently announced to gather many Pikachu and make an electric power plant. Now
that's not anything about it.
That's
biology.
Listen, I'll say that's some interesting information, but it tells us nothing about Pikachu.
Right. We've learned everything, so now we're just saying what it can do for humanity.
Alola does much better. I think this next one will prove that. Okay. It's in its nature to store electricity. If it feels stressed now and then, It feels stressed now and then if it's unable to fully discharge the electricity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, right. you were doing it a favor there, Mr. Ryan. You're giving Pikachu an outlet to release that energy it's been storing up.
Oh, you see, I'm a hero here.
Well, you tried to commit theft. But
and you are Team Rocket, so you are inherently the villain, I suppose.
Listen, it's all about perspective.
That's true.
In what perspective is stealing Pokemon the good guys?
How about we just move on then?
Yeah, I think I won this bout. All right, there's two more entries here from the Alola region. Its nature is to store up electricity. Forests where nests of Pikachu live are dangerous, since the trees are so often struck by lightning.
Yikes.
So
Start a forest fire.
we kind of read before that, that when Pikachus are, gather, their electricity build up and can cause lightning storms. However, I would say that this Pokedex entry is a little bit vague, and it's hard to tell if... It says, since the trees are so often struck by lightning. It doesn't say that because the Pikachus are there, that's why the lightning strikes. Or maybe it's just saying that Pikachus like to live where lightning is frequently striking.
Maybe.
It's a little bit unclear, if you ask me. Okay, a couple more Pokedex entries here from the Alola region. While sleeping, it generates electricity in the sacs in its cheeks. If it's not getting enough sleep, it will be able to use only weak electricity.
Should find some weaker ones. Maybe some very tired ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Might work.
so here, let me help you out there, Mr. Ryan. So maybe you just kind of keep a Pikachu awake for a little bit by poking it with a stick every so often. And then after it hasn't slept for a bit, you just pick it up and then it can't shock you.
There you go. Look at that. Don't do it, but there you go.
Putting that in my notes for later.
Find a student that takes notes. Corbin, you could learn a thing or two from Mr. Ryan.
I remember everything mentally. I don't need to take notes.
Okay, what
See,
can Charizard melt with its breath? Go.
Almost anything.
Wrong. It can melt absolutely. I can't even.
absolutely everything.
Absolutely everything.
And I know that because as we have discussed before, I do take copious
No,
dictation.
I know that.
of
I just
every
don't believe it. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's hyperbolic. I think Professor Oak is a nut for writing that. I think that's right.
How dare you, sir?
Sorry.
I will
Just
not
being
have
honest.
you slander the great Professor Oak in my classroom. I am this close to asking you to leave, Corbin.
You're not going to do that because I'm the star student.
I don't know. I think Mr. Ryan here is starting to eclipse you. He's taking notes. He's being
Well,
very
guess what?
studious.
He's gone after this class. So it's going to be back to me being the star student. So enjoy it while you have it, Mr.
No,
Ryan.
he did sign on for the full package. I mean, that was
I
part of the
might come
paperwork that
back.
I had him sign up.
Oh,
for.
Christ.
I might come back.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, you get a 1% discount if you sign up for all 897 lessons. So
Oh, I'll have to keep that in mind.
That is, though, contingent on how well you do on the pop quizzes that follow every lesson. So if you don't get a 100, you kind of lose that 1% discount. So, all right. So let me go ahead. There's one more Pokedex entry here from the Alola region. It says, this forest-dwelling Pokemon stores electricity in its cheeks, so you'll feel a tingly shock if you touch it. Yeah, so if you had even read one Pokedex entry there, Ryan, you probably would have noticed or known.
God, I would have saved me so many trips to the hospital.
Probably.
What kind of health benefits does Team Rocket give? Is it
It's not great. I mean, I get dental, but that's
good.
about it.
oh wow, okay, that's pretty good. How's your vision plan?
Non-existent.
Oh yeah, see that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
They actually, I've heard that they actually poke you in the eyes if you don't catch enough Pokemon in a single week.
Yeah, I saw that happen to a guy. It was not good. They poked him with a what's the thing? What's the bug with the knife hands? The knife hands.
No, Scyther.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
God.
Wow,
that's
that
awful.
was surprisingly good of you there, Corbin. Normally when I ask you, with a Pokemon that we're learning, you can barely come up with a Pokemon's name, yet you figured out it was Scyther from Knife Hands.
Hey, sometimes I surprise myself.
I know you surprised me, Corbin. Good
Thanks,
job.
man. Appreciate
Here's-
that.
Here, you can have a gold star.
Thanks. Thank you. Good to be the star student again. Feels good.
And I think Mr. Ryan gets 2 gold stars for
What the fuck?
for bringing that out in you. So here you go, Mr. Ryan, 2 gold stars.
What the fuck?
Oh, very good, Mr. Ryan.
Fuck
very good.
yeah.
And
Alright.
and here, Professor, you can have 3 of my stars.
Thank you.
Because you are just one for leading the class so
Okay.
well, one for teaching so well, and one for just looking so snazzy today.
Why are your stars wet? Where the hell
Oh
did you
God,
have
why? What the?
They are a bit soggy. Yeah, you can You can practically hear them just dripping. Oh, it's gross.
I don't want to know where you kept them.
right.
All right, please continue.
Okay. Listen, I love it when a student's eager to learn, so I will go ahead and continue. That does it actually for the Alola region. Let me go ahead and move on to the Galar region. In Galar, they say that Pikachu that can generate powerful electricity have cheek sacs that are extra soft and super stretchy. I felt gross saying that. If you want to know if Pikachu has powerful electricity, just go ahead and cop a feel on its sac, and you'll find out real quick. Another Pokedex entry here from the Galar region. It says, when Pikachu meet, they all touch their tails together and exchange electricity through them as a form of greeting.
Aww.
Oh, well, that's adorable.
That's just so cute.
Yeah, and so it's like, so not only, like, it's a little bit of a greeting, but they're also kind of, like, healing them a little bit, making sure that, they're in tip-top shape. So that would be like me if I whenever I would I don't know, see Ryan on the street, that would be like me saying like, "Hey, how's it going?" Just put a little Band-Aid on him.
Oh, you guys wouldn't touch butts?
No.
I mean, I was thinking just a high five, but if we want to touch butts.
Corbin, that's just the special greeting we have. Where we
Oh,
touch butts.
okay. Right.
Yeah, that's special between you and me, though.
Right.
Oh, I understand because they touch their tails together. Okay, I see where the butt thing comes from.
It makes sense. You would realistically, if you wanted to do what Pikachu did, if you saw Ryan or somebody on the street, you would touch their butt with your butt and then give them a Band-Aid.
You know what? I think I'd ask Ryan to take me out for dinner first before we start doing that.
That's
particular
nice.
greeting.
What you doing later?
Well, let's move on to the unique Pokedex entries. Listen, I can't fall back into the Team Rocket well. I've been there before.
Huh? What?
Anyways, so of course we have some unique Pokedex entries here because there's some trainers that, for some reason, get Pokedex entries that say completely different things than the regular Pokedex entries. Now, oddly enough, there aren't any Pokedex entries here from Ash. He's normally the one that distributes most of the unique Pokedex entries here, but not this time.
Nope.
All right. So the first one comes to us from Dawn. It says, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. It can generate electric attacks from the electric pouches located in both of its cheeks. The next one here comes to us from Trip's Pokedex. I don't know who Trip is, never heard of the man before in my life. Pikachu.
You better watch a step.
Please,
Sorry.
please stop high-fiving in class. There's too much high-fiving going on right now.
Sorry.
It was a good joke, though. The Pokedex entry says, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pichu. Yeah, you may notice that normally we do this in the order of evolution, but we have not talked about Pichu yet, because Pichu comes much later in the Pokedex. I don't know why this is. Maybe it's because it's just the order in which they were discovered. Your guess is as good as mine. Pikachu's tail is still Trip's Pokedex entry, by the way. Pikachu's tail is sometimes struck by lightning as it raises it to check its surroundings. Yeah, okay, the next one here comes from Cameron. Again, I don't know who Cameron is. It says, Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, and the evolved form of Pichu. Pikachu can help other Pikachu who are feeling weak by sharing its electric current. Alright, the next one here simply says, Rotom Pokedex. Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, an electric type. So if you guys didn't realize that before, Pikachu is actually an electric type Pokemon.
What?
I thought it was a fire type.
Until you got shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the shocks leave me very warm.
He was wearing completely flame retardant gear,
Hey, he's a new student. Don't call him retarded.
I said flame retardant.
Ouch!
Oh, God.
Retardant with a T.
You get used to it after a while, Ryan. He calls me that all the time.
I never
that's
call
rude.
you that. Alright, so it's an electric type Pokemon. It raises its tail to sense its surroundings. If you pull on its tail, it will bite. The last one here comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone. Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon, an electric type. Pikachu have pouches on their cheeks that can store electricity, which they release if threatened. Male and female Pikachu have differently shaped tails.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they do actually. So Pikachu, male Pikachu will have kind of just like a block kind of shaped tail. where a female Pikachu will have a heart-shaped tail, a little.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, heart. I don't know, maybe like a butt-looking thing at the end of its tail. I don't know. It's up to it's in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
It's got a dip.
A bip.
A bip. Yeah.
A bip.
Okay, so that does it for the regular Pikachu Pokedex entries. However, Pikachu has a Gigantamax version.
What?
Yes,
No way.
yes. So it's been a while since we've had a Pokemon that Gigantamaxes. So let me go ahead and read those Pokedex entries. This first one says, of course, these both come to us from the Galar region, who really are the only people that can Gigantamax. It seems, a little bit restrictive, but hey, whatever. Its Gigantamax power expanded, forming its supersized body and towering tail. Yeah, that's a little bit... I feel like that's a very vague Pokedex entry. It says, its Gigantamax power expanded? I mean, expanded from what? I don't really know what it's talking about there, because I'm not an expert in Gigantamaxing.
Now it starts storms by itself, motherfucker.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
yeah.
All right. One more here. It says, when it smashes its opponents with its vault-shaped tail, it delivers a surge of electricity equivalent to a lightning strike. Now, when Pikachu wasn't Gigantamaxed, it could already do that.
Yeah. How's that
Right.
any different than a strike, different than a bolt?
Like maybe put 100 before. Like, is there more voltage or
Compared to
less?
like Gigantamax Blastoise that we talked about, that's like a huge tower full of cannons and
Yeah.
Did you say towel?
He did say towel, but we all know what he
Gigantamax
meant.
Butterfree with its like crystallized energy shards. I mean, because it is a superior bug type. It's a little disappointing. not
You know
gonna
what?
lie.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am going to agree with Mr. Curtis. A Gigantamax Pikachu is a little bit disappointing from the things that we've seen. So let me go ahead. We have one. So that does it for the Pokedex entries here. But of course, I have here with me an unsourced, uncredited article. So take whatever you hear in this with a grain of salt. It doesn't come directly from a Pokedex entry. So. But it's good. It's important. Now, Mr. Ryan, I have told my students this before, but just so you know, I like to read these so we can, as scientists, have a critical eye and kind of see if we can determine what's real information and what's false information, because all of the real information is in those Pokedex entries. Pikachu is a short, chubby rodent Pokemon.
That sounds rude.
It's pretty rude. Starting off really hard.
God, it's so hostile. Let's learn about Pikachu. This short, fat fucker and shoots electricity out of its sacks. Like, just calm down.
This dumb,
goodness.
stupid, idiot rodent Pokemon that I hate.
That's a biased entry if I've heard one.
Yeah.
I think this was written by a Raichu.
Those stupid, those stupid dumb Pikachus. I hate them so
My
much.
dumb little brother, he's a piece of shit. He's fat.
God, why did they ever give me a Thunderstone?
Yeah, just touch a Thunderstone, stupid. Okay, so yes, Pikachu is a short, chubby rodent Pokemon. It is covered in yellow fur with 2 horizontal brown stripes on its back. It has a small mouth, long pointed ears with black tips, and brown eyes. Its
Black
cheek-
what?
brown eyes.
Black what?
Black tips on its ears.
Oh.
Sorry, I guess I must have stuttered through that.
No, I just thought you said something else, Professor.
Okay. Each cheek is a red circle that contains a pouch for electricity storage. It has short forearms. With 5 fingers on each paw. And
This stubby little shit has short arms.
look how short its dumb arms are. It's definitely not as long as cool as a Raichu.
Right.
So yeah, it has 5 fingers on each paw, and its feet each have 3 toes. At the base of its lightning bolt-shaped tail is a patch of brown fur. A female will have a V-shaped notch at the end of its tail, which looks like the top of a heart, or a butt. It doesn't say that, but I feel like that should be added. Yes, it's classified as a quadruped, but it has been known to stand and walk on its hind legs. It is shown that wild Pikachu live in groups in forested areas. Pikachu communicate amongst themselves using squeaks and tail shaking as friendly gestures. Actually, in the Alola region, Pikachu are known to greet each other by sniffing one another and rubbing their tails together.
Ooh.
We think this is. I mean, we've seen Pokedex entries say when they touch their tails, so this could probably.
That tracks.
Yeah, I think it tracks. Electricity can be used to receive and send messages with each other as well as other electric Pokemon species. Sure, I guess. It raises its tail to check its surroundings and is occasionally struck by lightning in this position. When groups grow, they can inadvertently cause lightning storms. Pikachu forage for berries, which it roasts with electricity to make them tender enough to eat. A sure sign that Pikachu inhabits a location is patches of burnt grass. It has been observed eating and sometimes destroying telephone poles, wires, and other electrical equipment. Again, I think Mr. Ryan was correct. This was written by a Raichu who harbors ill will towards Pikachu. So,
trying to frame them for some damage. I see here.
Definitely a frame.
It might even be trying to blame them for like sudden thunderstorms with like all those Pikachus keep gathering up together.
Pikachu's control the weather.
Big Pikachu, they control the weather.
Right. Conspiracy theory.
One last line here. It says, by occasion, it can unintentionally get swallowed by Cramorant. When startled, it looks for ways to escape from the ladder. Cramorant, not like a ladder.
Why not shock the fucking thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan from experience knows that it does have the capacity to do that. So
look, if it gets swallowed, why doesn't it just shock it so the body loosens up and then crawls out of the what's the Pokemon called?
Cramorant. I know we haven't talked about
Why does it crawl out of the Cramorant's butthole?
I don't. I
think it wants to do that. That's the longer way.
Yeah, definitely. That's has to go through a lot of extra work to get through there.
Mr. Curtis, we have a new task for you.
No, we do not. No, I cannot send him on this journey. But all right, that does it for all of the information that I have here on Pikachu. Yeah. How are you feeling, Mr. Ryan? Now I know this is a lot of information to take all at once. Is it kind of like sitting well? Are you able to absorb it all?
I think I got a much better understanding than I did before coming here.
Yeah, I would argue that your understanding of a Pikachu before coming here was little to none. So
I'd say it's in the negatives before I came here. Now we're at like we're at like 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Plus 1 now.
Hey,
Progress. You know, that's all I can ask as a teacher. All right, so. As you guys both know, and Mr. Ryan, you may not be aware of this, but my classes always end in a pop quiz. So please,
What?
Curtis,
no way.
Mr. Curtis, you know this. You've taken so many pop quizzes in your time here.
I mean, but they're always such a surprise.
That is true. I mean, I don't call it a pop quiz.
I
for nothing.
really thought this time we were gonna sit down and do my Kumbaya circle.
Nope.
Never.
It's not a thing. We'll do that later, Curtis.
But okay, you know what? Let's just move on. Let's move on to the pop quiz. Please bring out your Rotom laptops. Put away your phones, your Pokedexes. Bring out any writing utensils that you want. A calculator maybe might be helpful. A protractor, you know, all the good stuff. Now, Ryan, I assume that you brought all of those things, correct?
No, I just brought this rope.
If not, we do have some loaners. You do have to. I do have some loaners over here. You do have to leave a shoe up at the front. But you get the shoe back once you turn in the loaner supplies.
Yeah, as long as
okay, no, I get it. Yeah.
As long as no damage or harm has come to the laptop.
Right.
Or if you're like me,
I steal
Mr.
Pokemon, not tech.
Or if you're like me, Mr. Curtis just takes your shoes at the beginning of every class, and I don't ever get them back because I have to buy new shoes every week.
That's because you never turn in any of the supplies, Corbin.
I thought I was supposed to keep it.
No, you're supposed to turn it back in.
Fuck. All right, sorry.
Stop whispering.
Save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
That's you know, I was wondering why there was a growing pile of shoes at the front of the classroom.
Yeah, good thing my mom's loaded. She gets me a new pair of shoes every week.
Question number 1. When does a Pikachu store up electric energy, and where does it store it? I already have a response here from Mr. Ryan, so I guess, Corbin, you're not always going to be the first response now.
No, it's about who's right, not who's first.
Normally you say that's about who's first, so...
Well, you know what? Things change. You know what? Feeling different today.
All right, so all the answers are in. So let's go ahead and start with Corbin, then we'll move to Ryan, and then we'll end with the production that is Curtis's answer. Alright, so again, the question is, when does a Pikachu store up electric energy, and where does it store it? So Corbin responded with, it stores electricity in its cheeks, and it regenerates electricity overnight when it sleeps. Ryan responded very similarly with, while it sleeps and in its cheeks. Now, Mr. Curtis here responded with, Shocky Boy Pikachu does store up extra electricity at night in its soft and stretchy cheeks.
It's like a 3-year-old wrote it. Like a 3-year-old.
See, the full sentences always. Thank you very much.
You put answer. No punctuation. There's none.
Well, complete, thought sentences.
Yeah, really just free-flowing thoughts coming from you that you throw down onto a message here. But it is actually correct. You all did a very good job. Yes, it stores electricity in its cheeks, and it generates it while it sleeps. So full marks for everybody here. Excellent job. All right, question number 2. Name 2 uses for Pikachu's stored electricity besides attacking enemies. Now, there's a lot of things that Pikachu does besides attacking enemies with its electricity. All I require from you is 2 different ones. All right, we have all the answers here. Let's do it in the same order that we did before. Corbin responded with, to cook berries to make them easier to eat, and to heal other Pikachu. All right, 2 reasons. Very good. Ryan here said, to recharge its fellow Pikachu, and shocking motherfuckers like me.
Very honest.
Very honest, yes. Now, God, Mr. Curtis here says, smart boy Pikachu does the electricity to roast hard berries and make them soft to eat. Pikachus can help other Pikachus by charging up their buddies with that good, juicy electricity.
Why'd you have to say hard twice? That's just weird.
Yeah, and he also says good, and he does call the electricity juicy, which I don't like.
I don't like that either.
It's not very juicy.
Yeah. He can testify.
Kind of leaves a tingly feeling in your whole body.
True.
It's energizing. Juicy energizing.
As in a lot of electric juice. Okay, I see. Still, okay, correct. I will say though, Ryan, you're teetering here because saying shocking motherfuckers like me does kind of make me think attacking. But I will say it's more of it being cautious and more of a defense. So let me go ahead and read out the ones that I have listed here.
Defending itself.
So it says, heal other Pikachu, soften hard berries, to test something new. Remember, whenever it sees something new, it tests it with electricity.
Right.
To signal it's being cautious, and a form of greeting. So I'm sure there's plenty more that I didn't cover here. But yeah, Pikachu uses electricity for a lot of things. Alright, so full marks for everybody. Question number 3. What is Pikachu doing when it raises its tail? Okay, alright. So, I'm going to do the same order, even though it's not the order that I got it. So Corbin here says, sensing bad things.
Yep. That's what I got.
It's me every day.
Technically, it's true. I'm going to read the other entries here.
Yeah!
So Ryan said to monitor its surroundings with a question mark. Now I have to ask Ryan, was that a question or is that your answer?
I'm treating this like Jeopardy. I'm answering the question with a question.
Okay,
there you
good. I love that program. All right. And then Mr. Curtis says Pikachu does raise that tail right up to monitor its surroundings. So yes, the correct answer is monitor its surroundings. Which
full of bad things.
Which sometimes I don't know. I feel like it's not it's a little bit too vague there. Ryan, do you think I should give this answer to him? You're practically like a teaching assistant at this point. You're doing so well in this class.
What the fuck? He's just got here.
I think he kind of, in a roundabout way, he kind of gets there.
Thank you.
know?
Thank you. See,
All
he
right.
gets it.
All right, I'm gonna
You know
give
what? Maybe I was too hard on you in the beginning. You know what? You're all right, man.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you all right, man.
So yeah, full marks for everybody on that question, and that brings us into the last question, question number 4. How can you tell if a particular Pikachu can generate an abnormally powerful electricity? I can provide a hint if that would.
Hint me.
I need at least 2/3 majority here to determine whether or not I should give a hint.
I would like a hint.
Okay. It involves its cheeks. All right, so we have all the answers here. Let me go ahead and read these in the same order. The question was, of course, how can you tell if a particular Pikachu can generate abnormally powerful electricity? Corbin responded with, if its cheeks are full of a bit sparky.
Full of a bit sparky.
Full of a
okay.
wait.
Okay.
What I write? If its cheeks are full, I meant to say and a bit sparky.
Okay, and a bit sparky. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan responded with, if it's dozy. And Mr. Curtis here responded, those extra powerful Pika Pikas do have that extra soft and stretchy cheek sacs.
Oh.
So yes, that is the correct answer. So if the Pikachus have soft and stretchy sacs on their cheeks, that is an indication that they have extremely powerful electricity. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to take away points from Corbin and Ryan. But Curtis, excellent job. You're showing why I make you my teaching assistant.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. I am here only to please and to pleasure you.
What? Professor, what's going on here? What's going on?
He has never done either of those things. He is only a minor annoyance in my classroom. So that does it for today's lesson. Now, listen, Ryan, you have done such an excellent job. I'm so glad that you could sit in on this lecture.
Good job, buddy. Same score as me.
Yes,
Proud.
thank you.
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Good.
you.
Glad to have you. Glad that you signed up for the full deluxe package. I appreciate you signing all those documents in the beginning. You will be getting your invoice in the mail in 2 to 3 weeks. So just keep an eye out.
How did you get his address?
Oh, I mean that was all like part of the paperwork he signed.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember signing my address.
Oh, we have our ways here.
Mr. Ryan, I cannot express how wonderful you were today. So I think,
Good job, buddy.
I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you earned
job.
this Pikachu.
Huh? What?
Pourquoi?
Wait, you haven't given away a single Pokemon. I asked for Butterfree like 10 times, and you didn't give me Mutterfree, the Butterfree.
Yes,
So
true.
you're just gonna give a Pikachu? Really? You know I've been wanting a.
Just give a No. Ryan earned this. He was very insightful in class. He learned so much, and you know what? I hate to see him get shocked any more times, so I don't know how much more his body can take, so I'm just gonna give him this one.
What the? You know what? Fuck you, Ryan. You know what? You're gonna do such a good job. You just come in here. Look at me. I'm a steel Pokemon, and then I'm just gonna come in here, and then I'm just gonna do well. You know what? Fuck you, man. Get out of this class. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. Get out.
Now, Corbin, take a moment. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Okay.
Jesus.
Listen, we'll get into all of this in our Kumbaya circle afterwards. We'll unpack those emotions.
So yeah. Anyways, here's the Pokeball. There you go. Go ahead and take it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Jacob.
Professor Jacob, please.
Professor Jacob.
Mr. Jacob is my father. Yeah. What are you gonna name this Pikachu, if you could?
I think I have to name it after my dear friend, Corbin.
That's just rubbing it in. That's just not fair. That's not funny.
It just brings a tear to my eye.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
the camaraderie. Man, you guys are gonna be such great friends after this. I can already sense it. Miss Corbin, please sit down. Stop throwing things around the class.
Sorry.
All right. Well, that does it for today's lesson. I had such an excellent time here learning about Pikachu with you guys, especially Ryan. But, of course, every class has to come to an end. Before I end it, though, does anybody know what the next Pokemon I will be talking about is?
Pichu?
No, not quite. Although it does we haven't talked about him yet. We're not going to talk about him for a while, but he is not the next one.
This one's definitely Dedenne. I know this.
It's not Dedenne.
Guys, I said it earlier.
Please enlighten us, Mr. Ryan. You are of course the let's just be honest, the smartest one here besides me, of course. So who is it?
Well, it's obviously Gyarados.
Oh gosh, I can't.
See? He knows.
All right, before I throw something, we're learning about Raichu, which is the evolved form of Pikachu. If anybody has any questions for me, feel free to send them to my work Gmail, which is, of course, Gengar Mail. You can do that at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you want, you can message me on Twitter, which is, of course, the Bird Pokemon themed social network website at www Pokemon.
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 Yes.
I know it was previously WWO Podcast, but we realized this isn't a podcast, so why would we call it that? But no, again, it is WWO Pokemon. That does it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed. All right, everybody, I'm going to break character for a rare time on this podcast, but you may have noticed that we had a wonderful guest here today, and that was Ryan from the Pokemon Adventures in the Millennium podcast. Now, I'm going to throw it over to Ryan. Ryan, if you want to plug anything, go ahead, please.
Oh, well, thank you. First of all, thank you guys for having me on. This was a blast. And if you want to listen to the podcast I'm on, Pokemon Adventures in the Millennium, you can follow us on Twitter at PKMN_Millennium, which you'll find our Discord link. You'll find our Patreon, which you can give me money so I can make stuff better.
Oh, so for anyone who doesn't know, what is your Pokemon podcast about specifically?
Oh, ours is a actual play through the Sinnoh region using Pokemon Tabletop United. Right now, we're trying to find out what the hell happened to Dialga, because he's missing, and the whole time is kind of fucked up right now. And I play a DJ from Alola who is the best fucking trainer in the world, you know?
That's dope.
Just the best. And I also do another podcast. It's called Late Night Layover, in which me and my buddy Raul will talk about bullshit for like an hour or so. It's a good time. You can follow us on Twitter at Late Layover, and that's more or less it. Unless you want to follow me, the man behind the voice, on Twitter at Vagabond Haunted, in which I post only the hottest memes and terrible sports advice.
All right, I guess let's do a quick sign off here. Thank you guys so much for listening. I know this has been a little bit of a long episode, but I hope it was worth it. See you guys in the next lesson.